The secret list 99% of investors aren't hitting. Guys, it's Rick in here, and today I'm going to share with you the list that nobody ever talks about, and I'm going to show you how they are going to lead you to amazing deals. The problem is we're so stuck on these traditional lists, and a lot of these paid for services. I'm here to show you, not only am I going to show you lists you didn't know about, I'm going to show you how to get access to them for free. But before we get into it, do me a favor, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button to continue to receive up-to-date, most accurate wholesaling information available today. Rick, what are you talking about? There is not a list you can share with me that I don't know about. So if you're taking that attitude, I want you to do this. I got 20 years experience in the business. I'm going to share lists with you. And if you already have them, God bless you. And if you don't have them, take note to it and figure out how you can get access to these lists. Number one, I'm going to give you an obvious and easy one, which are just FSBOs, which stands for for sale by owners. You can go to Zillow, you can go to Trulia, you can go to Realtor.com, and there's people who actually put their properties and they put them up for sale. Now, the good news is all these properties are for sale. The bad news is a lot of these sellers are very difficult. The other good piece of news is you don't have to spend a dime on skip tracing. They already have their phone number plugged in there. And honestly, it is a numbers game and it's free. So if you rip through them, who cares? You only need to find one to find a really great deal. Some of our best students at freewholesaling.com have used this tactic. Why? Because it's free and not a lot of people go to the trouble to even do it. So don't forget about using FSBOs. They actually work. The next one, I promise you're overlooking this one, property management companies specific to real estate. Well, Rick, how's that going to work? Guys, it's real simple. A lot of these property managers, it's owned by a broker. Their number one source of income is collecting commissions on the sale of properties, the buying and selling of properties. They run a property management company because it's a great source of leads. And once you understand that the realtors and the brokers are using these leads as potential buy and sell properties, why don't you do the same? You would be shocked how many properties these people manage. One of the companies I deal with has an excess of 1,000 properties, and they are the mainstay in my market. Now, you can't just barge in there and say, give me all your list of inventory. You've got to build a relationship with them. You guys, I teach you how to connect with people, how to build rapport. If you want to learn more how to do it, go over to freewholesaling.com. You've got to work your way up in this. You're not just going to walk in and bust the door down. They're going to hand you leads. What you do is you establish a relationship with, take someone to lunch, get a cup of coffee, just spend some time in their office, get to know them and their family. And you're going to find out there's usually a couple people that work behind the desk. They're the ones that put in the long hours. They're the ones that take all the phone calls from the tenants and the landlords. I promise you, they know of the problem property. And when they find a problem property and you can talk to them, the broker or the owner's okay with you talking to them, they will rattle off 10 or 15 properties right off the bat. They're like, man, this landlord's so cheap. He won't put a new roof on the house. The AC never works. The carpet's old. It's dingy. It stinks. We've had him for about 10 years. We've begged him to sell it. We just can't make a connection. He can't make it work. Now, don't think because they couldn't get him to sell it, you can't. What you need to do is work with that agency to put an offer together to talk to them. I'll even ask them for the seller's phone number. I have the address. I'm just going to ask their permission. And then I said, if I buy it, will you represent me in the transaction? Now, I've brought probably over 35, 40 properties doing this. When I started out, I spent a lot of time doing this and I lost focus of why I did this. I'm just telling you, we're back to doing it. The funny thing is we only used to have 2 or 3 property management companies in our area. Now I found 9. So I have more people to talk to. Guys, find their tired and weak properties and make it a win-win situation for it. A lot of the girls and the guys behind the counter are licensed agents. And if you inspire them enough, they will help you get your offer through. Just buy the properties that need your help. Property Managers is amazing. The next one's one of my favorite ones. I just got a deal from these people last week is your title companies. They know everybody. They know everybody who's buying and selling. And the really cool part is they will introduce you to deals that fall apart. If we're in a real estate market that's going backwards, which we are, deals are falling through all the time. And when deals fall through, not only replace the buyer, get an extension, you can usually get a significant reduction. And my favorite part about title companies is they tell you this person will take a $25,000 deduction if you can close it this month. They will do this. They will do that. They already know the drama the seller's facing. And a lot of times if there's a realtor involved, they just need a savior. You are the perfect person. You have to develop relationships with title companies. If you walk in cold and just ask for it, you are not going to get the time of day. Make it a win-win. Always make sure you do your closings at that title company and constantly ask them for for people who need help selling a property, or are there any properties that are not moving, meaning they've fallen out of contract multiple times. They might introduce you to the seller. It might be a seller's agent, whatever it is. Title companies, guys, literally hundreds of deals from title companies. They are the easiest deals I ever get, and they're probably the most thankful ones because they're the least amount of work and you didn't have to pay to get the deal. Guys, take care of your title companies. They will lead you to the promised land. I promise you on that. Now, here's one you all overlook. Realtors. Realtors are having a tough time in today's market. Listen, we've already got a bad rap with realtors. Let's go out and find realtors market one. I like to find the brand new ones just out of school, or find the ones that are kind of doing a part-time on their way out and say, listen, here's what I do. I buy distressed properties, stuff that needs rehab, needs fixing up. You know, the properties that are just not going to sell traditionally with bank financing. So if you ever come across these properties, let me know. I'd be happy to not only pay you from the seller side, but I will pay you on my side as the buyer's agent. Here's the key is I don't want the real estate agent calling me every week. Honestly, if they call me 2 or 3 times a year, I'm fine with that. If they call you every week and they give you everything, they're eventually going to stop calling you thinking like you're not going to come through on your end of the bargain. So tell them exactly what you're looking for and be very, very clear. That way, when they call you, you know, like it's a deal and you can move forward. If they call you 2 or 3 times a day, they're just going to dump all the garbage on you. And once they understand you do not buy stuff for retail, they typically won't waste your time. But remember, 95% of the market goes through real estate agents. If you skip this avenue, you are missing out on a big percentage of deals that need help. Most realtors don't know what to do with properties that need rehab or do not qualify for traditional bank financing. Be the solution for them and let them know up front, I'm going to pay you from day one. You are going to earn your keep. Not only are you going to get from the seller, you're going to get it from me, the buyer. I want to make a win-win. Once you explain that to them, and guys, stop using the word wholesaler. And I just go, listen, I'm just a cash buyer. I'm just a regular Joe in this town and I want to buy some deals. Do you know of anyone I can help out? Or if you come across those properties, let me know. Don't forget about your realtors. They are absolutely dynamite and I love using them. So now we're going to I'll go through the next one here. Lawyers. Lawyers are a great connection. If you call a lawyer cold, they're going to be brutal to you. Most lawyers are really ice cold. The reality is that's what a lot of them are paid for. Once you get involved with a title company, because a lot of title companies are owned by lawyers, that's usually your best in. That's going to lead to probate lawyers, to special real estate lawyers. It's like endless. You have to establish a relationship with a lawyer. If you call them cold calling lawyers is a waste of time. Don't do it. It will actually put you on do not ever call this guy list because he just keeps cold calling us. Cold calling does not work with realtors. If you go to a social event or anything like that, or a charitable organization, that is the best time to connect with them. But start with your title company. They're not all going to be winners, knowing that up front. And the best thing you can do is just be reputable and show them you're going to do what you can say. So don't forget about lawyers. Now, these next few I'm going to run through, I almost guarantee like you guys don't even think about it. Estate companies. Oh my God. Some of my best deals ever has come through estate companies. And how do I do that? I used to just get the newspaper. Now I'm showing my age. I mean, you can go online now and just look for estate and auction companies. They are typically looking to liquidate the estates. Now, here's the really cool part is when they get these houses, they're typically overwhelmed with tons and tons of stuff. They don't even think about the real estate. And you can go in and basically make an offer on the real estate, make them look like a hero, let them sell all the stuff and give them more time they normally have. Guys, estate sales, people who run estate auctions, dynamite stuff. Dynamite. Find them all, network with them, visit with them, get a cup of coffee with them, whatever you have to do. They're typically dealing with people winding up final family affairs, especially elderly people. And sometimes these houses are so rough and nasty, they just need a wholesaler to come in and buy it. They are some of my favorite deals. Garage sales. Oh my God. If you guys do not attack garage sales, you're missing out. Well, Rick, why would a garage sale be important? Well, a regular homeowner would do a garage sale, and if they did, you probably missed the boat at that point. I want to look for garage sales from absentee owners because typically the garage sales are done by the tenants and the tenants are doing a midnight move out. All you have to do is skip trace and cold call the seller and let them know if their property is for sale. And if they go, no, I got a tenant in there. I go, well, that's funny. I drove by the other day. There was a garage sale there and all the furniture stacked on the side. And then you can be the person that reports to them what's going on, and it's going to give you an inside scoop. Midnight move outs happen all the time with garage sales. And if there's a garage sale, yes, you got a shot with a homeowner, but I want you to find the one with the absentee owners. And with social media today, it's so easy to scrape garage sale list. It's really easy. You can mail them. We used to in the old days, but today I'd probably just skip trace and cold call the owner. Do not call and knock on the door on the renter because they don't have the authority to sell anything. And quite honestly, they created the problem. So you can help out a tired landlord that doesn't know he's having a midnight move out. And that's usually when they want to cut a deal. Do not forget them. Contractors. Oh my God. Like right now, it's a big deal. So general contractors working on properties, what do? They go out and they bid on rehab on properties. properties. Now, you guys know most contractors, they want big jobs so they can get bigger spreads. They don't like to do tiny little jobs. That's handyman stuff. Did you know that over 60% of the stuff they bid on never gets accepted? Why? Because the homeowner can't afford to do it. They didn't realize it was going to cost $50,000. If you have a relationship with that contractor and they share the failed bids with you and you cut them in on the deal saying, listen, if I buy that house, I will recommend you as the first contractor. Or if you have someone to do a fix and flip, let them know like this guy already did a bid on it. He knows what's going on with it. And then here's the really cool part. You can give the details of what the house needs to your new cash buyer. Not only have you got a new lead source for free, but you already have an estimate written up. You look like a professional. You look like a hero. You are really missing the boat if you're not checking with general contractors with failed bids. And there's a lot of them out there that do that. And just let them know that you'll take care of them. You can give them a referral fee. You try to give them the work. Make it a win-win. Don't just take the lead, cash, buy the property, and then just move on with your life. Create a win-win situation for the contractor. My last bonus one, which you're going to think I'm absolutely nuts for this one, is just your bail bondsman. Every town has a bail bondsman. This is basically when someone gets arrested, to get out of jail, they have to put up a bond. Depending on the series of offenses and how bad it is and how many times it's happened, the judge sets the bail appropriately. So it's anywhere from $500 usually to $1 million. Now, most bail is $100,000 or less, but if someone gets, say, even a $50,000 bail, most people can't afford that. So what they do is they go to a bail bondsman. They charge you roughly about a 10% premium on a $50,000 bond. Mom or dad or somebody, a responsible family member, puts up $5,000 and then they sign it and secure it. A lot of people secure this stuff to real asset, to real estate that's free and clear. And if the person does not show up to court, then a arrest warrant's given. And if they fail to appear to court, they basically can lose the house through the bail bondsman. So bail bondsmen constantly secure their lines of insurance and the cash payment to some sort of fixed asset, a car, a boat, an RV. Their favorite thing is real estate. And these people have very large things of real estate. Now, once again, you better establish a relationship. Just don't walk in there and ask for the list. Once you get to know them, a lot of them have these small private mortgages in a first position. And guys, in the end, they truly just want to get paid their money plus their interest so they can keep doing bail bondsmen. They're not in the real estate game. They will keep a few houses, but after a while, they want to get rid of them. And honestly, if someone makes them a respectable offer with cash and it works for you, it works. So make sure you visit your bail bonds from like 10 to 4. Don't go like in the evening or anything like that. And just let them know, listen, if you come across a piece of real estate, you need to move to get a bond cleared or get repayment. Give me a shot. I'll let you know if I can do it. Plus, they give you a first position to talk with the family member that's responsible, the person that got bailed out. And if the property needs to be sold, they'll give you enough inside information. Remember, the goal of the bail bonds is to get their fees paid. And if they have to use the real estate as leverage, that's what they do. This is where you come in as a wholesaler and try to solve everyone's problem. I've just shared with you 9 techniques. Now, I know a few of them are common, FSBO and Realtors, but there's some gold in this stuff. You're not going to find this from regular wholesaler gurus because they have to hide it in a course somewhere. I'm just throwing it out there. I want to help you guys out. If you guys want to hear more secrets like this on how you can find deals where nobody else tends to share, do me a favor. Put a comment on the types of lists maybe I missed out on, or maybe you could share with us. And do me a favor, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button to continue to receive the best wholesaling information up to date. Guys, I appreciate your time. This is Ginn, and I'll see you in the next video.